This is the raw, real, uncut story of the aftermath of Hurricane Helene, which hit North Carolina earlier this year. This is coming directly from the people who had to survive the storm, or those that are there volunteering and helping clean up the aftermath. These interviews are from a little town called Pensacola, where there was a camp of volunteers set up. These interviews are from 1 to 2 months after the storm had happened. This is the boots on the ground perspective of those that are there living it. We all have a different perspective, and we all saw different things. If you want my perspective, you can go back to video number 186 on this YouTube channel. As far as these interviews go, I wanted to tell the whole in-depth story. These interviews are one of the hardest things that I've ever had to do. I've really struggled hard with posting these videos, but the world needs to know what's really happening out there and what these poor people have had to go through. This isn't about politics or views or anything like that. This is simply about telling the story firsthand and in depth. All I'm trying to do is figure out the best way to help these people by any means possible. I ask everyone to please stay positive and to not post negative comments about these brave people who are telling their stories. Seeing all the destruction was one of the hardest things I've ever had to witness. But at the same time, watching everyone come from all over the country with different backgrounds and different beliefs and all working together to help their fellow human was one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. I'm starting to realize these same problems are being encountered in every natural disaster. Please, let's work together to try and find solutions that will help these people. Thanks, everyone. So this next interview is with 3 of the most awesome guys I have ever met, man. They're pretty cool dudes. They were from Pennsylvania. And old George, he has a pool company up there. And he is extremely busy, has a lot going on. In wintertime, I guess pools are a little more slow. So we had a little more free time. But yeah, he came all the way out here with all of his equipment. He had a really nice, beautiful, brand new dump truck that he brought here, dual axle, just a beautiful machine, and pulled a skid steer with him, and brought his cousin Tony, really cool boy. He did a lot of running the skid steer while George was out running the dump truck. Me and him definitely went on some adventures on the side of a mountain with some equipment. And then rounding out the 3 amigos was George's son Logan, and he was just a real hard-working young man and just a real solid dude, just a great guy. And I think he pulled a second skid steer when he came out as well. And they stayed out here, I think they were out here over a week, the first time with me. And then after I went home, they have been back 2 more times and helped and done a lot of stuff. And man, these guys are just absolutely amazing. Super cool, super chill dudes. Just so fun to work with and easy to get along with. I could only imagine the job site that they work on. I bet it's a hoot. I'm sure their family reunions are quite interesting as well. They're just really cool guys, and I really enjoyed hanging out with them. I can't thank them enough for all the hard work they put in and all the time and money they spent. They did so much to help people out here, and I can't thank them enough. And luckily enough, about midway through the interview with them, one of the homeowners they were helping came up, and I got to interview him a little as well. I really appreciate all these guys for taking the time to talk to me. It was really a pleasure getting to work with them and getting to know them. I love this. All right. So I'm here with Tony, George, and Logan, my favorite guys I've met here since I've been here. I love everybody, but you guys are just freaking awesome. I've had a lot of fun with you guys. So where are you guys from? What's your story, man?
We're from Hanover, Pennsylvania.
Yep.
Heard about the flood and just felt the need to come down. I didn't get down here as soon as I would have liked to, but made it down here for 2 weeks. And Tony came along down with me. We brought a truck and skid loader, 2 skid loaders, and they were very grateful for that. Did a lot of hauling dirt materials, and Logan came down a week later.
How much does your truck hold? That's a 24 ton?
It hauls 22, but they would only load me here at 17.
Well, something's better than nothing, I guess. What do you think of all this, man? What do you think of this?
Just wonderful. A lot of good people here on both sides. People volunteering, the people who live here.
Takes one to know one, George.
Yep, just like Denny here, man. It's just, and yourself. Have a lot to say about you.
Oh, no.
This guy giving this interview has got the biggest heart I've seen.
Oh man, I don't know about all that. I try to empathize with everyone, man, and I try to create a little positivity in the world, man. So I know it's kind of hard watching all this. What do you think needs to happen here the most, or what do you think of it all, man?
They come a long way just in 2 weeks I've seen, but there's so much.
Right.
Still so many people without homes. They lost lives. Heard some really, really sad stories.
Yeah.
But long road ahead of a lot of these people.
Yeah. We're just plugging away, doing all we can. I know you guys went into that community up there on Meadow Farm and just it changed the whole dynamic of everything, man. And I cannot tell you how much I appreciate all the hard work all you guys put in, man. You guys are amazing. You changed the whole everything there. And I was talking to Michael, and he said when he came out, he couldn't even recognize the place. When it first happened, he didn't even know where he was, and that was a couple hundred yards from his house. And you guys helped put it back to normal and make it look normal again. And you guys are amazing, man. Yeah, what do you think, Tony?
One stick at a time, one scoop at a time, getting it done, getting something done.
Yes, sir. What about you, Logan? What do you...
Like I said, it's someone else coming in, they think, wow, this place is a mess. But like I said, I came in a week after he did, and he showed me pictures. I can't believe how much it changed in just a week's time. But yeah, it's like, you do the little stuff where their house is destroyed, but they can see, hey, they can actually get to it smoothly now. It's like makes the biggest difference for them. But yeah, like a lot of this, you need a lot of bigger equipment yet to do. Some of these trees that are down that our stuff can't handle. It's like I said, it's a long road ahead. A lot of little stuff you got to get cleaned up.
Morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just at least people have access to their houses. They can get in and get out what they need safely. They're not putting in four-wheel drive, not making it up the mountain.
There's a lot of mud, a lot of gravel, a lot of hard access. So
yeah.
I'll stop putting you guys on the spot here, but I appreciate
We got a residence there. If we could get a couple words from him, it'd be good.
Yeah.
David, did you come in?
You wanna? I don't know if you feel like being interviewed, but I just like hearing everybody's story here, and I've just kind of been documenting my journey, and I think it's a beautiful thing here. As hard as it is to witness this, it's a community effort of people coming together, and it's still a lot of work left, and I like hearing everybody's stories and just trying to share for the rest of the world. And are you local here, sir?
Yes, I live up Cattail Creek Road, just a mile and a half, 2 miles from here.
Yeah.
And we got hit fairly hard from the flood, but everybody was safe in the family. And these guys right here have made an amazing difference, working in our neighborhood, fixing up the roads, yards, moving debris. It's just unbelievable what you guys have done. I just don't really know even how to thank you.
They're pretty amazing. So you were here when it happened, huh?
No, we were out of town, but our dog sitter and our dog were in our house during the storm, and luckily they moved to higher ground hours before the brunt of the storm occurred, which was about 9 a.m. I think, when it started really flooding the houses and everything. So they're safe, which is good.
That's a great thing. That's a great thing. I'm sure it looks a little different from when it first started, or when it first happened. I don't know if you were here relatively soon after that, or
we were.
Yeah.
4 days after, and it was just debris everywhere. You didn't even know where to walk, and our houses had 2 to 4 feet of mud. The house and the garage had that much, and there were trees, or water heaters, rocks.
Wow.
Everything had washed downstream from neighbors' houses. Our 2 next door neighbors lost their houses right off the slab, and it's just amazing what a storm could do to this magnitude.
Right.
So, from a lot of volunteer groups, it took probably 6 weeks of digging, from the Marines to other groups from around the country, to other guys that had bobcats that cleared the premises, at our place, and I haven't had enough coffee yet, so I can't.
Right. It's just it's hard to watch because I know most people didn't have insurance or anything to prepare for
We
this.
didn't have insurance, flood insurance, and we're still waiting to see what FEMA says. We heard that their count as of a couple of weeks ago, there were 450,000 plus people that were affected.
Wow.
That have applied to FEMA. So it's going to take a while for people that are not believing in FEMA. You just got to be patient.
Right. Have you seen a lot of government activity out here helping, or has it been mainly volunteers? Or
there have been a few different people that looked, or that I guess got a case from people that applied to come out and check out on their property. I've met a few of them, and I believe that the bathrooms, the wash area, and the showers down the street at the Free Will Baptist Church are FEMA based.
Huh.
So
I've been using them a lot.
Yeah. It's a good thing that they're there. But other than that, I can't say that I've seen a lot of other activity from FEMA.
It's just from what I've seen, it just seems that most people doing the work and actually putting the hands on are just volunteers.
That's correct.
Really.
That's what I believe too.
Yeah. I just haven't.
But I know there were at least 13 counties in western North Carolina that were affected, and I've been to Asheville, Clyde, through Barnardsville, Bakersfield. I've been through a few areas, but this got hit as hard as any of them that I can tell.
Yeah, we went looking yesterday, trying to just prepare for ahead, and this is pretty much the worst I've seen. I did have a lady call me last night saying they had a lot in Barnardsville, but it's hard to see all around here.
But I know slowly but surely roads are getting cleared back up.
Right.
Even in the South Toe River, which is really bad. I went there a week ago, and they still had dump trucks, excavators working. I got to the road, and to the river, I had to turn around and go right back because both sides of the road were being cleared up. So it's still ways to go in some areas too.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of that. It's just there's a lot of work on all levels, and it's heartbreaking because it doesn't matter whether somebody's a millionaire or they don't have hardly anything. When they lost it, there's no insurance, and so they lost it, and it's it's hard, much less the damage and the stuff that they're not going to be able to recoup. But
there's still a few people that don't have power or
Right.
water yet. We do have use of the well, but we have to use a hose to pour it into buckets, and then we can actually use our bathroom upstairs in the house, which is nice.
Right.
In power, we've got a number of different types of heating from here: generator, kerosene heater, propane heater, stuff like that. So we don't have power yet, and it's undetermined when we are going to.
Oh, you still don't have power now? Oh, wow.
Yeah, we're hoping that the building inspector comes out this week. He didn't show up last week.
Yeah.
That's for Gaston County.
Oh, wow.
Just got to be patient.
I know that gas station down there, that's been a huge help because when I first got here, all the people, nobody had power, and that's the only way you could get power was from the generators and the gas that we were providing was the only way to provide for the generators. And if I don't know if a lot of people would have been able to power the generators if it wasn't for the gas here. And I know that there's still a lot that are still needing power for generators and stuff.
I've been using the gas here at Kent Miller. Maybe I come by 2 to 3 times a week.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't use the generator all day, usually just a couple of hours in the evening or an hour or 2 in the morning just to get things warmed up.
I'm sure it really makes you appreciate power,
It does.
And
when you don't have it, you definitely miss it.
Right. Well, I won't keep you guys any longer. I really appreciate the interview, and I really appreciate everybody, and then for you guys opening it up and letting us come work here, and for all the effort and everything you guys have done, and just like I said, it's a silver lining to a very, very heartbreaking cloud. But we've all been able to come together and just it brings out the best in humanity, and it's a beautiful thing to see everybody just come together as strangers and work together for something, you know. And it's hard to witness, but I have faith we can do it and fix it. You know, you can eat an elephant one bite at a time. That's kind of my slogan out here. You just gotta keep plugging away, and I know eventually we can fix it. But I appreciate all you guys. Thank you very much, and yeah, thank you guys.
Thank you, Josh.